My name is Jeanine Beaudin, and I'm the Human Resources Recruiter for Millard Public Schools. My responsibilities include coordinating the hires of our elementary and special education teachers for the school district and recruiting teachers.
Thanks for meeting with us today, Jeanine.
Thank you, Erin.
Could you tell us what the procedure is for applying into your district?
Certainly. Our application procedure is all online at our website, and we have tried to make it as user-friendly as possible for applicants so they can access our website and complete the online application, as well as submit any reference letters, credentials, transcripts. Everything can be done online.
What types of things do you look for on applications that make a strong candidate stand out?
There's a lot of things that we look for. The application is just one piece of the puzzle, but certainly very important because it's our first snapshot into the candidate. We look for, obviously, experiences working with students, student teaching experiences, volunteer experience. Anything that makes the candidate stand out. Obviously, we're hiring this person or looking for candidates to work with students and be teachers, so we really like to see experiences working with children and students. Obviously, we look for experiences working with students, but we also have questions that they answer on the application. We look for how they answer their questions. We look for availability, those types of things. References and those kind of things are very important. You guys do a great job in August when you meet with the student teachers, telling them about references and how to pick them and that kind of thing. But obviously the key thing here is when we look for candidates, Aaron, we're looking for experiences with kids. Student teaching, practicums, teaching experience kind of thing.
In the case of a recent graduate who hasn't yet secured a teaching position, what advice do you have related to things they could be doing right now to increase their chances of getting a teaching position for the coming school year?
I would say, Aaron, the first bit of advice I'd give is don't give up, stay positive, and know that there are many, many teaching candidates out there with only so many positions. And we're all looking for the right fit. However, there may be 50 candidates for the right fit. So a school district recruiter, a principal has to determine out of the 5 or 6 candidates they interview for one certain position, who is the right fit. And they all might be the right fit. So I would say don't give up. Involve yourselves in the schools in some way. Substitute teach. As much as you can, because that's an opportunity for you to get out there in the buildings. It's an opportunity for principals and other staff members to see you in action. And many times our substitute teachers are the ones that get hired in the positions because they have been out in the buildings and the principals have been able to see them in action. So I would encourage candidates not to give up, to get involved in the schools, whether it be through substitute teaching or volunteering as sponsors or coaches, etc., and do everything they can to involve themselves in the school systems or in the school districts that they're interested in teaching at.
How does one go about getting on the substitute teaching list for your district?
In Millard Public Schools, it's as simple as when you apply for a certain teaching position, let's say you're interested in looking for a first grade teaching position. You can also apply for substitute teaching positions as well. And in our district, what we do typically in July for the school year, we kind of determine what our substitute teacher needs are. So we look and consider how many elementary substitute teachers we need, how many secondary substitute teachers we need, and we hire all year long. But for our substitute teachers, they can do that online as well.
Once the school year gets started, if I were a recent graduate and I didn't get a teaching position and the school year is already underway, are there any other types of things in addition to subbing or getting involved in a school as far as employment that you would recommend for the year if I was still hoping to get a teaching position the following school year?
I think that, just if many candidates are already working in other fields that may not involve education. You asked earlier, one of the things we look for, and obviously we do look for experiences working with children, but we also look for successful work experience, whatever that is. But I think that for those candidates out there that have to continue in a different full-time job outside of education, to still get involved in the schools in some way, whether it be volunteering or subbing from time to time, etc. So I really think that working with kids in some capacity is really, really key. And I would say to continue to keep in touch with the human resources recruiters or the directors of personnel in each school district. It's very important to keep your demographic information active once you apply with the school district. If there are any address changes or phone number changes or any email changes, just because you don't get a job at the beginning of the school year, we may have an opening in September, October. We want to be able to reach you. So I think that constant communication with the school districts to let us know you're still out there and what you're doing to keep yourself a viable candidate is really key as well.
All right.
Okay?
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.